Shalom, everyone. This is Teddy Wilson with Seekers of Yahweh Ministries, and I just got back from our trip to Peace Arch Park on the Canadian border above Washington State. And we went up there to see if we could get the people in Canada baptized there, for it is a common ground peace treaty being kept there between Canada and the United States. So what you're going to be seeing is a couple of people here that we interviewed from Canada, showing how easy it is to come walk right across the street and come into this park. And everybody can meet there from the United States and from Canada. We did find water down at the edge of the ocean there, and it was just a beautiful scenery. The park itself is well kept. It is a beautiful place, and we were intending on, after we went through the videos you're going to be looking at, we intended on baptizing the brethren down there at the ocean during high tide. But after I returned back to my motel room from our trip there to the park itself, I made a phone call to the ranger station, and Yahweh had a different plan. So I began telling this ranger what our intentions were. Turns out I was speaking to the lead ranger of the park, and he is an old Christian man. So as it came down, he said, "Does your ministry have a special events insurance policy?" And I said, "Yes, we do." And he said, "Look, if you bring any form of a baptismal up here, don't worry about that tide coming in." He said, "Actually, the border is the railroad tracks there anyway, and but we'll save you all the trouble." Basically, he said, if I go online and fill out this form, print it off, and send him a copy of our documentation of our insurance policy, that he will set a date for us at our convenience to come down there, and he'll rent us this special place in the park for $75 a day for the full day, and he himself will make sure that baptismal gets filled up for us. So hallelujah, Yahweh's hand was there through it all, and it is just so exciting to see the opportunity now for all of the brethren in Canada, pandemic, so-called pandemic or not. Yahweh always makes a way for his people to fulfill his commands. And so I just pray that you enjoy the clip. Please share it with other people to show them that there is a way to meet your loved ones there in Canada. They may have to drive across the long strip of Canada if they're from the east side, but it's well worth it if you have not actually touched and held and embraced your loved ones in so long. Praise Yahweh for this part. So please like and subscribe if you're viewing on YouTube, and pass this video along to all people that are in this faith, so that they can see there is a possible avenue for everybody to meet. Not only that, if you're in ministry and you don't have a specials event policy, you can get to that water if needed. So, praise Yah. I hope that you enjoy the clip. Give us a thumbs up. May Yahweh bless and keep each and every one of you, and shalom, shalom. So here we are in Peace Arch Park, and we just met this gentleman. What was your name?
Patrick Doyle.
Patrick Doyle. Where were you originally from?
Originally from Dublin, Ireland.
Originally from Dublin, Ireland. And he's now a citizen of Canada.
Yes.
And
actually, I have dual citizenship.
You have dual citizenship?
Yeah.
So to come across, you have to have your passport?
You have to have your passport to show the RCMP on the Canadians on Zero Avenue. You have to show the RCMP or a Nexus card.
Okay. So you have to show your RS, what is it?
A Nexus card or your passport.
Nexus card?
or your passport. It's as easy as stepping across the ditch.
That's correct.
You can come here, you can chat with your people that are from the United States side.
Correct.
And how hard is it to actually go back
You
across?
just walk back across, and the cops will ask you, are you bringing anything back? You cannot bring anything back that way, otherwise they'll send you down to the border,
Gotcha. Okay, so
to the official border.
what you want to come across with
You go
is
backwards.
your clothes.
That's correct.
Yeah. So what if you brought an extra pair of clothes?
That's would be okay as long as you're bringing them back. That you brought them over with you.
Got
that's
it.
fine.
Okay, so we do want to thank you for your time because, again, we're up here trying to see that if we can get these people baptized into our faith. And we see people here from, it's even raining. And it's so important for people to meet the people who they love here that they're willing to come out and sit in the rain.
And these people in charge of this stuff, they don't understand the need for this. You come down here on the weekend, there's 3,000 people in this park.
Wow.
On a nice Saturday or Sunday, 3,000 people here to try and connect with their loved ones across the park, across the
Right. So little did they know when they made this peace treaty
That's correct.
that it would work out to be a way that no matter what any of the countries that are in the treaty do, that it is still rightfully being honored, the treaty here
Correct.
between British, what is it? British Columbia?
British Columbia.
Yeah, and Canada and the United States.
That's
And
correct.
this is the way it should be,
That's correct.
is when a treaty is made and a covenant is made between people, they should honor it no matter what.
They can't even put a fence down there.
It would violate the treaty.
It would violate the treaty. Yes. That's
Hallelujah for treaties.
Yes. From long, long time ago.
You know, we want to thank you for your time, and we sure appreciate you letting us interview you. It's going to help the people in Canada
Absolutely.
that follow our ministry online, and we really appreciate you taking the time.
No problem whatsoever.
All right.
Like I say, take a wander down there and see if you can get to the ocean. It's usually a bit of it's
So-
mud flats.
When does the tide come in?
Well,
I mean,
different times.
different,
Different times.
this time of year,
Probably late afternoon.
right? But
3,
way before
4.
the sun sets, and you have to be out of the
Oh
park.
yeah, well, the park operates on light. If it's getting dark at say 6 o'clock, well, you got to be out of the park by 5. But now it's getting dark at 9 o'clock at night, so the park shuts down at 8 o'clock or something. Like that.
Got it.
So you've got plenty of time to actually get down to the ocean. And if it usually comes in about, what I've seen lately, it's about 3 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock.
The tide.
The tides, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And there's
Well,
lots of water down there.
again, we appreciate you. Thank you for your time.
No problem. Anytime.
Thank you. So again, here we are, Teddy Wilson at Peace Arch Park. And so now we've came down to the Ark itself, and we've walked all the way down the US side. And as you can see, there's water right here in the background, and that's ocean water. The tide is out right now, but it'll be coming in the afternoon. So we're gonna walk down to show you guys just how close to the water that this actually is. Okay. So here we are. We crossed all the way across the park, and we came across the railroad tracks right here, still on the US side. You can see the arch there, and you see people walking around back there, and way in the background you see the park itself up in there. And we are perfectly legal within the realms of both countries at this point. And so we're going to turn around here. There's Brother Donovan, Sister Alicia that accompany me here today. And there it is. You can walk right down to the water. Now the tide is out right now, but the tide comes in a little later in the afternoon.
You want me to walk down?
And yeah, I don't want to get my shoes muddy, so I'm not going to go down there. It's been raining. But hallelujah, this is possible. If you need baptized and you're from Canada and you follow us online, it is possible. And there's ways to go. Actually, you can't go any further this way because there, as you can see, is the Canadian border right there. So there's many little exits like this down through the American side, the US side, where we can walk right down. So again, we're right under the arch right now. And you see that Brother Donovan and Sister Alicia just came from the Canada side and is now on the side of the US. And there's about a 10-foot easeway past the end there before they put the sign, "Do not enter." So you're actually on Canada's side for a few feet before they put up their signs. And so this is what it's all about. You can see these gates here on either side of the pillars. And there you see it says 1814, open 100 years, 1914. And on the other pillar it says, "May these gates never be closed." And there's the gates on either pillar. The treaty still being honored even through this pandemic, or so-called pandemic. So there's the trail right up there in the background that leads us right back up into the park itself. And we have been able to park, watch people going back and forth across the ditch back into Canada, only being checked by the officer for passport and proof of identification that you're a Canadian citizen. And it's possible to do what we need to do here at this place. Hallelujah.
Teddy Wilson, was it?
Yeah, Teddy
Okay.
Wilson from
Mike
Sons of Yahweh
Wilson?
Ministries.
Yeah.
This is Mike, and
Rock.
Mike's from the Canadian side. So he's going to run down to us how it works if you're on the Canadian side to get into the park.
Yeah.
Mike, could you
Absolutely, super simple. You'll probably come through like the Douglas crossing, right? Like the 176 crossing, and your first road is going to be 8th. So you would turn left on 8th,
please? Left on 8.
and you come down, super simple numbers. Your first street is going to be 172. You make a left, which means you're now coming south again,
Okay.
right? And you come all the way down, so you hit 0 and you make a right, and then you have to park on 172 that you came down, or 171. Okay. And then you have to walk down 0 about 3-4 blocks to get here.
Okay,
and then
so
you
the road that you the road that you
are
that
gonna
you cross is actually 0.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, with 0 is the actual border between Canada and the States.
Okay, so you're going to walk anywhere from that side down to road 0 to come across. There's a little ditch there.
It's a little ditch right here. And, you know, you're going to run from 171 Street, or actually from 172 Street, all the way down, probably to, we'll say it's going to be, because the numbers go down this way, so probably down to like 168. So it's about 4 blocks total length. You can cross that ditch wherever you want. And the minute you step over, you're in the States. You just have to have your passport. They don't necessarily...
Or a Nexus card?
Or Nexus, yeah. And they don't necessarily check it. It's just they may. You know, I haven't heard of anybody having any problems. If you have some bags, they might look inside
Right,
them.
right. So you shouldn't, when you go back in, as I understand it, you shouldn't just try to go past the black truck.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't
Really?
know?
No.
Okay, no, I was asking.
Are they supposed to kind of like, hey, here,
Well,
check in?
or
Oh,
something
wow,
like
okay.
that.
I
don't
thought
know.
it was like if they came up to you or approached you.
Okay, but if they see you going across and they do approach you, you got to have your visa or your.
Correct,
Or your so
yeah.
it's not really as intense as some of the
Oh, no.
some of the rumors are.
No, not at all. Like, he's a super nice guy. I talked to him this morning.
Okay.
And he's just like, yeah, as long as you got your passports, good to go, back and forth. He never told me I actually had to approach him and show him,
Right.
which I have no intention of doing unless he asks me.
Unless
so.
he asks,
Yeah.
right? Okay. And so I also, in the last guy that we interviewed, he had, by the way, been down to the water.
Oh, cool. That's
So
awesome.
so that's perfectly legitimate. I
Yep.
mean, if they're not really tripping on the people that are going back across that much, then they
Yeah.
really going to the water
And,
would be
and
much
I would
more.
imagine weekends, it'd be probably nice if you don't do it on a weekend, just because Sundays here is a gong show.
Yeah, somebody
Right.
said that there's sometimes 2,000-3,000 people.
Yeah, it's packed. So I mean, obviously you might not be able to dictate that, but if you can, like, you know, today's a Monday and there's like nobody here, lots of picnic tables, you know, so
Yes,
if you
everybody's back to work, doing their weekly business right now. At least on the U.S. side, like in our state, we haven't even had a mask mandate in months and
love
months.
it. We're still on masks.
Yeah,
I just, you know, so it's nice being here. So you don't have
just
to
jump across anytime.
Yeah,
Come by,
absolutely.
man.
Absolutely. Well, super nice
Hey,
meeting
thank you
you.
for your interview. I
Congrats.
appreciate
Good to
it.
meet you, brother,
Yeah.
sister. Cheers.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you, brother.
You betcha.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Awesome. Good luck.
Yeah.